Just placing this item next to the bed can help the elderly stay away from anxiety, sleep better, and push back negative energy every night. Sounds mystical, right? But this is not some old wives' tale or baseless rumor. This is the result of a combination between ancient wisdom and modern science. And that special item is quartz crystal, a type of crystal that is not only visually stunning, but is also considered a natural energy filter capable of cleansing the surrounding environment and restoring mental balance. In this video, I am going to show you how to use quartz crystal, which type to choose, and where to place it to maximize its power. But before we begin, leave a positive affirmation in the comments as a way to commit yourself to attracting good things. For example, I deserve peaceful sleep and a calm, relaxed mind every day. Or you can write down any wish you have in your heart. And do not forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you do not miss out on more content like this. Let's build a space full of positive energy to love and take care of our loved ones together. Are you ready to discover the secret behind this small but powerful stone? Make sure to stay with me until the end of the video. So what exactly is quartz, and why does it carry so much power? Quartz is a type of crystal belonging to the silicate mineral group, formed deep within the earth under extremely high pressure and temperature conditions. This process takes millions of years, not just a day or two. That is why each piece of quartz is more than just a mineral. It is a crystallized breath of the earth's core, the very essence of time itself. Since ancient times, people have sensed the unique energy of quartz. Ancient Egyptians placed it on the forehead or chest of the ill to draw out negative energy. The Greeks called it crystallos, eternal ice created by the gods. In Hinduism and Tibetan Buddhism, white and amethyst quartz are symbols of purity, often used to craft prayer beads for meditation and mental clarity. Beyond its cultural value, modern geologists are amazed by quartz's ability to record and remain stable. It can endure millions of years without changing, storing traces of temperature, geology, and even vibrations from the land where it was formed. These unique properties paved the way for scientific discoveries. The human body is a complex bioelectrical system surrounded by an energy field called the biofield, which can be influenced by the environment and nearby objects. Thanks to the piezoelectric effect, quartz emits stable vibrations that help synchronize the body's biological frequencies. When placed near energy centers like the heart, forehead, or under the pillow, the stone acts as a natural energy stabilizer, supporting better sleep, calming emotions, and gently rejuvenating the mind. But placing the crystal just anywhere will not work. Quartz works best when positioned correctly in an environment that supports relaxation. The most ideal spot is on the nightstand, close to the head, but not intrusive. Placing the stone there allows it to interact consistently with the energy fields around the brain and heart without physically pressing against the body. If there is no nightstand, you can place the crystal in a small cotton or silk pouch and keep it right beside your pillow, ideally near the inner edge where it is close to the head but does not touch the skin directly. Another option for those familiar with quartz's energy and who have a positive response to it is to place it under the pillow. However, it should be separated by a light fabric layer to avoid direct contact, as some people may find it harder to fall asleep if they are not used to the energy. Adjust the distance according to your personal comfort. Trust how your body feels, because every person is a unique energy system. Light is another important factor. Your sleeping space should have soft lighting, preferably warm, yellow-orange or amber tones. Avoid cold white or blue light at all costs. These stimulate the sympathetic nervous system and disrupt your natural sleep cycle. A piece of amethyst or rose quartz near a soft yellow lamp creates a double relaxation effect, stabilizing your energy while also providing a cozy, safe ambience. There's also one often overlooked rule: quartz needs to be cleansed regularly. Over time, it absorbs stagnant energy from its surroundings. A crystal clogged with negative energy is like an air purifier with a dirty filter, not only ineffective but potentially harmful. There are 3 easy and effective ways to cleanse quartz. The first and most common method is early morning sunlight. Place the crystal in soft sunlight, such as on a balcony or near a window, between 6 and 8 in the morning. This gentle light recharges the stone with positive energy without damaging its crystal structure the way harsh noon sunlight can. The second method is using incense smoke. You can pass the crystal through the smoke of incense sage or other pure aromatic herbs. The smoke not only physically cleanses the surface, but also resets its energy field, bringing the stone back to a neutral and pure state. The third method is rinsing with diluted salt water. This works well with types of quartz that are not water sensitive, such as clear or amethyst quartz. Simply rinse the crystal in the solution, gently wipe it with a soft cloth, and let it air dry in a clean, well-ventilated area. Whichever method you choose, it is best to cleanse your quartz once a week, or whenever it no longer feels as bright or comforting as before. That's a sign it needs an energetic reset, to continue supporting you gently, harmoniously, and effectively. While using quartz can enhance sleep, avoiding common mistakes is just as important. Many people unknowingly block the healing power of the stone due to seemingly minor errors. The first and most serious mistake is using fake or dyed quartz. On today's market, many products labeled as quartz are actually pressed glass synthetic resin or dyed stones. These do not carry any natural energy and might even contain harmful chemicals. Using them can disrupt your body's biofield instead of supporting it. So always buy from reputable sources. Genuine quartz feels naturally cool to the touch, has a clear origin, and should not be excessively shiny or unnaturally colored. The second mistake is choosing crystals that are too large or have sharp edges. Some believe that the bigger the stone, the stronger the energy, but that is not always true. Oversized crystals can feel psychologically heavy, especially when placed near the head, where a gentle presence is more suitable for restful sleep. Sharp or jagged edges can even create conflicting energy zones, making you feel restless. The best choice is a small to medium-sized stone with a smooth, rounded surface, easy to use, and perfect for a sleeping space. Lastly, a subtle but widespread mistake, overly depending on the crystal, treating it like a magical cure-all. Quartz is a powerful support tool, but it cannot replace proper lighting, fresh air, or a peaceful mindset before bed. Sometimes a soothing conversation, a slow piece of music, or a few minutes of meditation can be more effective than any object. Think of quartz as a companion, not a miracle, but a catalyst to help you create a fully healing space. Avoiding these small missteps will allow your crystal's benefits to shine through, gently, sustainably, and with inspiration. Aging is a time when the body naturally begins to decline. The immune system weakens and sleep-regulating hormones like melatonin drop significantly, leading to light sleep and frequent nighttime awakenings. Sleep is no longer as deep as it was in youth. Even a soft noise, a sliver of light, or unfamiliar energy in the space can make the elderly feel uneasy and restless. It is not just about physical issues. The psychological changes in older adults are also very real. As children grow up and get busier with their own lives, many seniors experience loneliness or even mild depression without realizing it. Old memories, especially sad ones, tend to return in the stillness of night. Worries about illness, death, or unfinished business quietly wear away at their spirit. When we talk about bad energy, we are not just referring to spiritual or mystical elements. In this case, negative energy also includes very real things: unresolved stress, electromagnetic radiation from devices like phones, televisions, or Wi-Fi routers, and even a cramped or cluttered sleeping environment. These seemingly invisible factors can have a powerful impact on the already sensitive nervous systems of older adults. Energy experts say that older adults absorb energy from their environment more quickly, but they also get drained more easily when living in spaces lacking harmony and natural support. They are like a delicate glass cup. One extreme shift in temperature could cause it to crack. That is why creating a quiet, warm, and energetically balanced sleep space is absolutely essential. And quartz, with its ability to neutralize energy fields, filter out negativity, and provide stability, is a truly trustworthy companion we can use to help protect our elderly loved ones. Finally, I want to explain a bit more about the specific mechanisms by which this crystal supports sleep and calms the mind, especially in the elderly, so that you have a solid foundation and confidence to use it seriously and effectively. Number 1, it stabilizes brainwaves. One of the most important factors in quality sleep is not how long you sleep, but how deep each stage of sleep is. According to sleep researchers, the human brain goes through several phases at night, starting from being awake to drowsiness, to light sleep, and finally to deep sleep. During deep sleep, brainwaves slow down to extremely low frequencies, mostly delta and theta waves. These waves only appear when a person is truly relaxed, free from tension, and in an almost unconscious meditative state. This is when the mind quiets down, internal organs begin to repair, the immune system is activated, and a genuine sense of peace sets in. However, for elderly individuals entering these slow-wave states, particularly delta waves, is a challenge. That is because of overactivity in the prefrontal cortex, the area responsible for processing thoughts, worries, and lingering memories, which often causes them to remain stuck in light or restless sleep, making it hard to reach restorative sleep. This is exactly where amethyst quartz shows its special power. Not only is it beautiful and pure, but this stone vibrates at a frequency that closely matches the brain's natural rhythm during deep rest. In other words, when placed near the head, the forehead, or the heart areas linked to the central nervous system and emotional regulation, amethyst helps send out stable signals like a gentle drumbeat, guiding brainwaves away from chaos and into a slower, more harmonious rhythm. Many energy experts compare amethyst to an invisible conductor, quietly tuning a chaotic orchestra of brainwaves into a soothing symphony. This synchronization not only helps older adults fall asleep more easily, but also allows them to stay in deep sleep longer. Number 2, it soothes the parasympathetic nervous system. The human nervous system is divided into two main branches, the sympathetic and the parasympathetic. If the sympathetic system is like the gas pedal that kicks the body into action, the parasympathetic is the brake that brings the body back to a state of rest, repair, and recovery. True quality sleep only begins when the parasympathetic system is properly activated. Quartz is believed to gently stimulate the pineal gland. This gland, located deep within the brain, produces melatonin, the hormone that regulates your internal clock and controls the natural sleep-wake rhythm. When quartz whispers to the nervous system through its subtle, steady vibrations, the pineal gland begins to function more regularly. As a result, the production of melatonin becomes more stable, something that naturally declines with age. At the same time, quartz helps the body shift out of the tight-as-a-string state caused by daily psychological stress, even unconscious stress. The consistent vibrations emitted by the crystal are thought to lightly influence the body's autonomic centers, activating the parasympathetic system, slowing down the heart rate, gently lowering blood pressure, encouraging deeper breathing, and creating a sense of release in muscle groups, often tense from chronic stress. This relaxation effect does not come on like a forced sleepiness. It is more like a natural shift into a restful state, similar to the comfort of soft music or the soothing breeze on a hot summer day. Many older people, after some time sleeping near a quartz crystal, describe the experience as a return to the peaceful feeling they once had in their younger years. Number 3, it clears nightmares and residual negative energy. A rather common but rarely discussed issue among older adults is the occurrence of strange dreams, sometimes involving deceased loved ones, or even a sensation of heaviness during the night. They may wake up with no clear memory of what happened, but the lingering feeling of unease and fatigue can last, sometimes making them afraid to go to sleep again. Modern psychology views this as the result of unresolved emotional energy, especially feelings of loss, loneliness, or anxiety that have built up over time. At night, when the body relaxes, the mind, which has been suppressed throughout the day, rises to the surface through dreams, unfinished memories, unspoken grief, or find their way into dreamlike imagery, often gloomy or heavy. In addition, feng shui experts and energy healers offer another important perspective. Restless dreams and nighttime anxiety can also stem from low vibrational energy lingering in the sleep environment, residual negativity from previous occupants, old objects that hold stagnant energy, or simply poor airflow and clutter in the room. In these cases, amethyst and rose quartz are considered two of the most effective stones for cleansing the space. They act like invisible filters, constantly absorbing heavy oppressive energy and transforming the surrounding field into one that feels lighter and more stable. Placing a crystal near the head of the bed or in the corners of the room helps create a positive magnetic field, like a protective shield that blocks negative energy from disturbing the sleeper. Number 4, it creates a psychological anchor effect. There is a fascinating concept in psychology known as psychological anchoring, where a repeated action image or object becomes a trigger that helps the brain enter a certain emotional state. It is like hearing an old song and instantly being transported back to a cherished memory, or catching the smell of a favorite meal and feeling a warm sense of home. Placing a quartz crystal next to your bed in the same spot every night does more than decorate or balance energy. More importantly, it becomes a positive psychological anchor, a familiar signal to your brain that says, it's time to relax. You're safe now. You can rest. Over time, this repetition creates a gentle but powerful form of conditioning. Each time your eyes glance at the familiar crystal beside your pillow, your body starts to relax faster, your mind becomes less restless. For older adults, this anchoring effect creates a kind of invisible safe zone, giving them the feeling of being protected and fully prepared for sleep. What is truly remarkable is that this effect does not demand any deep understanding of energy work or a strong belief in the metaphysical. It works quietly behind the scenes. Even if someone does not entirely believe in the healing properties of crystals, the brain still perceives their familiar steady presence as something comforting, similar to how a worn beloved blanket, a familiar scent, or the soft glow of a nightlight can signal safety and warmth. The brain responds to routine and association, and over time, that consistent presence night after night becomes a subtle yet powerful symbol of reassurance. Just knowing that something stable is always there in the same place can create a mental and emotional anchor that invites peace and calms restlessness. Peace often begins with little things like that. A tiny object, a moment of silence, a breath that finally comes easy. And sometimes what truly brings us comfort is not the certainty that nothing bad will happen, but the simple quiet awareness that we are not alone, that something, even something as small and unassuming as a crystal, is there with us through the night. It becomes part of our bedtime rhythm, our quiet companion gently whispering, "You are safe. You can rest now." We have just taken a journey together, a journey that may have seemed simple on the surface, beginning with a single crystal placed beside the bed. But it led us into a world filled with gentle healing, quiet reflection, and a deeper appreciation for the unseen forces that support us. For elderly individuals especially, sleep is no longer just physical rest. It is a sacred time when the mind begins to reorganize thoughts, when emotions gently unwind, and when memories, both joyful and painful, are slowly brought into balance. It is a time when the soul breathes. In that quiet space, quartz does not speak loudly. It does not force change. Instead, it sits silently, offering presence. It reminds us every night that peace does not always come from grand gestures or complicated rituals. Sometimes it begins with a small act of intention, a crystal by the bedside, a calm breath, and the simple choice to let go and trust the moment. Quartz, with its calm and steady nature, does not come to replace anything. It comes as a quiet companion, a gentle presence, reminding us that peace can begin from the smallest things: a crystal, a soft light, a deep breath, and a positive intention before sleep. If you live with your parents or grandparents, try placing a small quartz crystal near their bedside. And if you are the one currently walking through the journey of aging, allow yourself to cherish each moment of rest a little more, because you deserve a restful sleep, a peaceful mind, and a body that truly gets the recovery it needs. Before you go, leave a positive comment below, an affirmation for yourself or someone you love. Something like, "I choose peace every day," or "My sleep is my most beautiful healing space." And do not forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you never miss a single piece of content on caring for the physical and emotional well-being of our elders. Let us spread this sense of peace, starting right from the bed we sleep in every night.